Namaskar. Welcome to Dr. Rao's Temple of Learning. This is your YouTube channel, Spiritual Management Course. Today, I am going to talk about the dilemma of water in the pot and pot in the water. This is my sixth small independent discourse presented to you. This is Dr. A.P. Rao, Vice President, Telecom Division, High Physics Laboratory India Private Limited, MIDC Ranjangaon, Pune, Maharashtra. We are in the pandemic situation these days. You must be observing frequent positive and negative waves coming to your mind. Sometimes it feels like nothing will happen to me, and at the very next moment, you feel it may happen. This must be happening to you as well. Let me start this discourse with a small story. There was a pond in the village, at the center of which there was a pole. There were so many frogs in the pond. One day, they have decided to have a competition that who reaches at the top of the pole will be the leader of the frog family. All have started practice for the competition to become the head of the family. The target was very difficult. It was impossible or very difficult to reach at the top of the pole. And because of the difficult target, everybody was with full of negativity, saying it is non-viable, impracticable, and out of question to achieve the target. Finally, the race has started. So many healthy frogs have tried, but no one could reach to the top of the pole. One small frog was continuously approaching to the pole and finally set himself at the top of the pole. All frogs were shouting and congratulating this new leader of the family. The mother of the winner frog informed the group that his son is deaf. The story says that at times not accepting negativity is useful, and particularly in this sort of pandemic situation, this becomes truer. So, do not panic and become deaf for undue newses, except taking due care of yourself. Do not allow negativity to spread in and around you. So with this story, let me start the discourse, the dilemma of water in the pot and pot in the water. The understanding through the course of spiritual management says, ignore the finger pointing to sun and only observe the glow or energy of the sun. In fact, spirituality is difficult to understand in words and simple to grasp through symbolic ways. In a still water of a pond, if we put or throw a stone, waves are generated and seen moving from center to outer. The waves are real and really observed on the surface of the pond. After a while, they disappeared and water of the pond is again still without a movement and the wave. Means a disturbance in the water body by throwing a stone has generated the wave. And later, stillness of the body has diminished the disturbance. You may think in a different way. You may assume that stillness is nature and disturbance is externally imposed. Note that no physical work is carried out to achieve the stillness in the water body. Rather, no work is the only solution to achieve the stillness. There are external world as well as the internal world. In external world, nothing happens unless you work. You have to achieve worldly richness if you need to work hard to earn money. If you have to achieve physical fitness, you need to work on exercise. If you have to achieve intelligence, you need to work on related readings. But in spiritual world, there is nothing to be achieved. If at all something is to be achieved, is the stillness, for which doing nothing is the key. We are the disturbance in the substratum of space of energy. Therefore, the dilemma of water in the pot and further pot in the water is required to be uncovered through the teachings of spiritual management. The spiritual management suggests us that our existence in the space is similar to the wave of the water surface on the pond. In the space of substratum, that is energy, material means samsara appears to be generated as that of the wave in the pond. When you fire with a matchstick, it burns for a while and then extinguishes. Where the fire goes after getting extinguished? Whether this sort of the questions are generated in your mind. We the human beings are the part of whole energy of the space in the unit form. Unit form simply means we as individual. When one is no more as individual, still remains in the space of energy. This is same as the surface wave of water in the pond remains in the water of pond, but not as an individual wave, but merged into the water. A glass dipped in a bucket full of water. How do you explain this? I have dipped an empty glass in the bucket filled with water. Yes. Now this empty glass is full of water. The glass is full of water. Bucket is full of water, and or both are full of water. Yes. Now both are full of water. Here a glass full of water is an individual with soul or consciousness. The bucket is full of water, that is space full of energy or substratum. And now If the glass is broken in the bucket, its shape is lost. But still, the bucket is full of water, except the shape of the glass. Acceptance that every individual is a part of whole energy of substratum and finally goes to merge in it is called knowledge of spirituality in spiritual management. Birth and death of an individual is equivalent to the appearance and merger of water on the water surface, and therefore their presence is said to be illusion in spiritual management. Similarly, the appearance of all worldly objects is false because that has particular life period and their continuous disintegration is a compulsory activity. And therefore, nothing is there other than energy, energy, and energy. The spiritual management suggests that our body is a pot in the energy field of the space in the cosmos. Actually, the human body is the outcome of combination of five basic elements with earth, water, fire, air, and space that includes soul or consciousness. Thus, we have said initially that spirituality is simple to grasp through symbolic ways. The saying of the Saint Kabir says, जल में कुंभ, कुंभ में जल है, बाहर भीतर पानी, फूटा कुंभ, जल जल ही समाना, यह तथ कहो ज्ञानी. The Kabir says, the pot is in the water and water is in the pot. So, water is in the pot as well as outside the pot. As soon as the pot is broken, the water of the pot mix with the rest of the water. The person with the knowledge of spirituality understands this. So as a concluding remark, we may say that the spirituality is difficult to understand in words and simple to grasp through symbolic ways, that when the glass is no more in the glass shape, still water of the glass remains in the bucket in the form of that is not known. Therefore, spiritual management teaches us that we are not only body, so external as well as internal, both developments are important for the human being. Thank you very much, and as usual I finish this discourse from a shlok from Veda. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Means it appears you can take as much as you can from the nature and still you will be left with as much. Thank you very much.